welcome to my podcast, Hello and welcome to my World Predictions Psychic Podcast. I am Selina Avalon and you are listening on my channel Soul-Voyance. You can follow me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram and Facebook, and of course Podbean and all the podcasting platforms. So today we are going to talk about what world predictions have come in, and I'm going to give you updates as well. And at the end, I'm going to share some stories about visions of saints and also a spirit dog photograph that a viewer has sent me, and I'm going to include that in the YouTube video. So we're going to start with our first prediction, which is about Elon Musk. He's just brought out a new tech platform. It's similar to Wikipedia. So this was one of my predictions for September, October, that he would come out with this new technology platform. I'm seeing him really try to push more with AI and technologies in general. And I'm just seeing that he's got so many ideas for this platform, and it could even be like turned into some sort of app for people as well. Now, the second prediction that came in was a really big one. It was about the UK police, and I saw that a very high position, like the head of the police, would have to resign at some stage due to a really big scandal that comes out. And he's not resigned yet, but he's saying he doesn't want to resign, but he's saying that a lot of the police officers that were involved in the scandal will have to be sacked, will have to step away from the job, resign, be let go of. But I actually see this detective, this inspector, whatever his name is, Mark Rowley. Sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful to him. There's so many names to remember here of scandals, so I do get them muddled up sometimes. This Mark Rowley guy, I don't know what his rank is or anything like that. I doubt he'll have a rank very soon anyway. I see him because I actually see him resigning. There's the reason he will actually resign is because there's going to be an additional piece of information that he allegedly knew about, but allegedly covered up or hid or didn't say anything about, or apparently forgot to say anything about. I don't know the exact situation, but I am seeing him stepping down from his role very soon, and then he'll be replaced. There's already been a Panorama documentary on this, but there's going to be which actually the news reported on just after I made the prediction. So I'm seeing another documentary coming out on this with people being anonymously interviewed. And there's so much more to come with this. And people are asking why there's so many scandals going on at the moment. Well, in the world. Well, reason is because Pluto is in retrograde and it's about to go direct, coming out of retrograde on the 13th of October. Pluto changed signs into Aquarius last November. So when Pluto changes signs, which is not very often, it's every several decades, there's a lot of revelation, scandal, power struggles, because everything that is Plutonian, which is Pluto rules Scorpio, so anything that is hidden, secrets, lies, gets revealed. Anything that's taboo or controversial, this can have a really big effect on things on Earth. So it's going to go direct. So this is where, as it moves forward into being direct, a lot of revelations move with it, and they surface almost like volcanic eruptions. And you will see a lot of that with this police scandal and also with the UK government as well. I see a lot of grassing up on with the UK government. I'm seeing lots of MPs kind of in the cabinet grassing each other up soon and backstabbing and all of that. Which I do see that leading to Keir Starmer being ousted by his own party. And I'll just tell you my vision that I had recently. I saw a vision of Rachel Reeves ripping up a piece of paper, and then she's angry and storming off. So what that shows me is that she's going to be really annoyed with how the budget is being formed or constructed. She has her opinions. Maybe they're clashing with other people's opinions. There's other people doing budgets there that Keir Starmer employed recently. I think 2 new people. Big clash coming, and she's ripping it up metaphorically and walking off. So she will resign quite soon. Her resignation is really sudden and it's really abrupt. And I think Keir Starmer's downfall and resignation will follow that. Again, the predictions for Keir Starmer when he enters the sinkhole, again metaphorically, is around 21st to 23rd of October, when we change into the sign of Scorpio, because Pluto will be direct and then we will be in Scorpio. So it's like, I saw the dates, so 21st, 23rd. There's a really big energetic shift going on of revelations of scandals, lots of things that were hidden about him. Lots of allegations about various political agendas, maybe linked to Mandelson, linked to other things. There's loads of things that will start emerging for him. And then I see his downfall. So you're looking at last week of October will be very challenging for Keir Starmer. It's hard to say exact timings of resignations. But I can tell you kind of step by step what's happening. And yes, he will resign. I'd be very surprised if he's there by Christmas. Very surprised. Now, our next prediction that came in was P. Diddy. I saw that he would have a really lenient, I saw this in May actually, I made a prediction in May, that he would have a really lenient jail sentence. Like he would get time, but it would be really small compared to the full sentence, that he would have to pay a fine, which he is. I think it's $500,000, and he got 4 years. I'm actually seeing that he won't make the full 4 years, and this is due to an abrupt ending for him while he's in prison. I've seen this before for him earlier in the year. Actually, I saw this last year, but I see him coming to an abrupt ending in suspicious circumstances. Now, I don't know what the suspicious circumstances are. I don't know if this is a suicide or a murder. I'm not exactly sure what happens to him, but I do see an abrupt ending. And I see no one really saying anything afterwards, like there's not much evidence or, and he worked. I see what I think is, I'm not sure if he serves the full 4 years. It's because he either gets out early and then has the ending, or he has the ending and that means he can't serve the full 4 years. I don't know the exact detail, but I don't see him serving the full 4 years for one of those two reasons. And I also see his mental health being really badly affected, like just like mental breakdowns, mental health issues. Now, I was just going to quickly tell you what I'm seeing about Greta Thunberg with the flotilla incident with Israel. I'm seeing that there's going to be a documentary or film made about her, about that incident with the flotilla going into Israel. And I'm also seeing that she will actually do an interview, like quite a big televised interview about what happened to her. I think she worries like her life's in danger. I don't see her life being in danger, actually. I think she's safe. She'll be safe, but she's really worried. And so we'll see what happens with her. But I do see her, she may even like write a book on autobiographies written about her as well. I think she's turning into a bit of an adventurer. and she has a lot of really important stories to tell us, so we will be listening. Now, I'm now going to come to a couple of predictions that are very interesting. Right, I sometimes do, well, I usually do them every month if I can. I do little news headlines, like what the actual caption will say. So 2 of them have come in for this month, and I got one was light at the end of the tunnel linked to Trump. So the phrase light at the end of the tunnel. And Putin had said recently that the Gaza ceasefire deal with Trump will be a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what he said. So that came in. And the other prediction was a bit scary. I sort of said the word Armageddon. Again, I linked it to Trump or government, but I'm not sure exactly if this might be linked to not necessarily government, but maybe medical organizations or something. I don't really know, but it was in my top 3 predictions. So it was Armageddon, and then there was an article saying about Armageddon, and then a new AI system that can create deadly viruses. And this is shocking. Who wants an AI system that creates deadly viruses? I imagine this is for some sort of biological warfare, for future wars. It's horrific, absolutely horrific. So that was the Armageddon, scary. We talked about Pluto. Now we're going to do another, right, this is predictions that are coming in that I'm seeing for kind of the next week. Trump, I'm seeing him actually tell off. Now he may use a naughty swear word, I'm not sure, but I see him telling off Benjamin Netanyahu publicly, and there's going to be like a news headline announcing this. This will be within 7 days, and it's to do with the ceasefire situation between Israel and Gaza. I see Trump's face going red, and it's like he's getting angry. It's like a really big disagreement. I actually see those 2 falling out. I see Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu falling out. I think they had a friendship or an acquaintanceship, but I see a fallout this week, this month, definitely. So that's going to sort of dominate the news headlines there. Big argument coming with them, and that's the Pluto energy power struggle coming. The other predictions was with regards to the Gaza war. I see a lot of start-stop. I see ongoing issues. I really do hope there is peace there. I really do. I've actually written a song about it that I'm going to release very soon. Professional song, an official song. It's called Peace for Gaza, that I sing and wrote myself. So I feel very strongly about this, and I do hope there is peace, but I'm seeing psychically at the moment, I'm seeing a lot of problems, like escalations on and off. I'm hearing the words mass exodus as well. And I saw the visions of the maps. I saw actual maps in the news of how Gaza looked 2 years ago and how it looks now. It's completely obliterated. All the buildings have been bombed, and it's awful. So I do hope Trump can do some sort of ceasefire, peace deal. I really do hope he can do this. But I'm seeing him clash with Netanyahu. They will not agree on this, on something, a detail on this. So we shall see. Now, right, this is a very interesting one. Now, this is war related. I'm seeing Donald Trump and J.D. Vance doing some sort of launch for a U.S. naval ship. This is a new U.S. naval warship, battleship, or aircraft carrier, and they're going to launch it. So it's new, and this is going to happen quite soon. And it's like to kind of create awareness that, you know, they are ready for war, or they, you know, that they are prepared for war. sending the ship maybe somewhere in waters where there is like near a war zone to investigate something, or so this is kind of the theme that is happening over this month as well. So there's a lot of Trump will be in the news quite a lot with war, linked to war comments and war themes this month specifically, especially with the Pluto energy. Now, I told you about, Rachel Reeves tearing the paper up and the sinkhole. So this will be a big month for UK government as well. And lots and lots of police scandals and MP scandals. Now, I do see Nigel Farage eventually resigning. There's a scandal with him. I think it's to do with money, something financial. I'm not quite sure what it is, but he won't be there for very long. I see someone replacing him. It's a very close call who wins between Conservatives and Reform, because there will be a general election next year, I think around May, when the local elections take place. And I do see that it is a new leader. It's not Labour, it is a new party with a new leader. It's a very close call, so I have to do more predictions on that later on for you. Now, time for some light-hearted psychic predictions that came in. It's been a bit heavy with the war. Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas they're announcing that they're planning their wedding to be a really big, lavish wedding, and it may include skydiving or something like that. That's what I read. I did predict that they would announce an engagement, so that is sort of like saying they're going to be getting married. I do see a formal engagement and a wedding with a ring as well for them. Now, this is a prediction on 31 Atlas comet. Now, I made a prediction in early, I think it was August, that a comet, a pink comet, would have a pink tone to it, would be seen, caught on camera. It's very hard to see this comet. It doesn't get seen very often. It has been seen, I think, in July, but it wasn't seen for a while. And what actually happened, I predicted that it would be seen, caught on camera, and something with this comet, and it would be something really unexpected. So two predictions actually came in. One came in September, which was that August, September, that there was comet material found in an underground volcanic explosion. So that was really specific to comets. But this one is actually, that came in this week, was 31 Atlas was seen from Mars. So it was actually caught on a camera, a satellite camera on the atmosphere of Mars. So from Mars it was seen. So has been seen recently. And you know what they say, every time you see a comet, it means a king will die. There'll be a new king, there'll be an ending with a world leader. So I do wonder if we see it again around December, January. I'll have to do more predictions on that. We had the shipwreck came true. It was in the Skeleton Coast in Namibia, I think, and it was buried treasure and pirates' gold and all of that. So a big shipwreck that came in. Our sea creature came in. I said it would have lots of eyes or circle type things. It was actually eggs, and it was a sea creature that looked a bit like a seahorse. Now, these predictions always fascinate me because I think I saw the color. It'd be slightly see-through, like and pinky colored, but they always fascinate me because they show that even like life on Earth is mapped. Even these new species of creatures that we don't know about, it's all mapped, and it just amazes me sometimes. They're very small predictions sometimes, but sometimes the small predictions are more amazing than the big ones because they're so detailed, because they show the map of life on Earth, and it's just mind-boggling. And finally, we had our Roman well prediction. A Roman manuscript was found in an ancient well. And I think it had some really unusual things in that manuscript. I must read that article again. There's so many discoveries. I've made so many historical discoveries this week. There's like another 5, I think. I've got a post on YouTube. I think I've posted quite a lot of them on TikTok. So follow me, as I say, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and the name is Soul-Voyance. So we've done our predictions. We're now going into our visions. Now, a prediction came in. I said that the Virgin Mary statue would have a miracle. There was a documentary just came out on the miracle of a Virgin Mary for a man. On his life, he was a radio show host, and it kind of saved his life. I do think there'll be another miracle with a statue. I've seen this before, and it came in with a miracle of a statue with Virgin Mary a while ago, but there'll be another one with that. But my point was that I wanted to talk about a vision I had of a saint, and I want to talk about read out a viewer's story about a dog, a spirit dog pet she actually photographed, and I've got the photograph to show you. It will be in the YouTube video at the end, so if those are watching this on Podbean, you can see the photograph on the YouTube. So for my saint story, when I was 13, I had a terrible illness. It was an injury of my esophagus, my throat, so I couldn't eat at all. And I then was able to eat, like drink a bit. And I mean, I didn't know if I was going to die or not. I lost a lot of weight, and it went on for like 2 years. So that happened when I was 13. And then when I was about 14, I went to this, my mother took me to this, to a holiday. It was sort of a holiday pilgrimage in Zakynthos, which is in Greece. I'm half Greek. So I went to Zakynthos for a week, and we went to this special church where this saint is all kind of, he's incorruptible. So it's like mummified, like there's no decomposing. He's just actually saint. I saw him in a case, glass case. And he's called Saint Dionysus. And we went to see him, a special service, and you're not allowed to touch the coffin at all. In fact, they told me off because I went up there, and I'm not really religious. I'm not religious, but I kind of believe in healing and holy saints that could heal. And I kissed the ruby. He used to wear a cross made of a ruby around his neck, and they embedded it in the coffin. It's all glass. You can see his face, all like a mummified. You know, he's incorruptible, the saint, and you could feel the holy presence. I was only 14, and I kissed the ruby. I didn't know anything about this saint at all. I didn't know nothing. I just knew it was a holy saint. And I kissed the ruby on the coffin, and then I kind of licked my lips and swallowed. I don't know why I did this. And they told me off. They told my mother off. They're not allowed to touch it. Don't touch it. I looked inside the coffin, looked at him. Anyway, so when I went back to England, back home, I was watching TV in the dark. It's all dark in the sitting room, very late at night. And then I saw this vision of a gold light, like a gold circle, the size of a dinner plate, for a few seconds, about 6 seconds or so, on the wall. And it was flickering. I was like, oh, what's that? And then I had a vision of a very old man or elderly man dying in a bed with, like ancient times, with these nun type people, nuns, nurses round him. And I could hear them saying he's dying of TB. Anyway, so I went and told my mother about this, and she said, Saint Dionysus died of TB. And she says, that was him. You saw him, the vision of the gold. Then about a year later, I ate. Something happened where I just ate. One day I just ate, and I can eat food ever since. I was 15, and I just ate food. Like I couldn't eat at all. I'm not joking. I was dying. How I had the accident was something got stuck, and then it came out, and it had damaged and scarred all the inside. It damaged my esophagus. an accident when I was 13. So that was my miracle. So I'd like to share that with you. I've got lots and lots of stories about my life and visions that I've had, all different visions, but I can't tell you all in one podcast. So I'm now going to read out a viewer's story about their spirit dog forming in a photograph. So they took a photograph of the sky. I think there's a rainbow in the photograph. I've got the photograph. She sent it, the lady sent it to me. And you can see the spirit dog in the clouds, the face of the dog. So I'm just going to read out this amazing spirit story there. So just, there it is. I'm going to put it, I don't think you can see it properly, but it's on my phone. And I'm just going to read out. So she was just saying that it was the face of the dog. So I will put that there. And then I've got somebody else was talking about their little dog as well. So I'll just finish with this quote. So it says, Kaz Walker says, "Is my beautiful sausage dog Freddie Mercury that I buried 7 months ago still with me? I miss him so much and talk to him every day like he's here. It's so sad. I love sausage dogs." So yes, I do feel he is around. And I actually got a few things about him because I tuned into him during the eclipse when I got the message. So I prepare sometimes before the show. And I got something about a red dog bowl that he used to eat from, and a little ball, that his favorite ball. And the ball, I think, was 2 colors. I don't know if it was yellow and pink or something like that. It was 2 colors. And you used to like playing ball and go and get the ball kind of thing. So I did feel when I tuned in, because she sent me that a couple of weeks ago, I do feel that he is around, yes, daily, and he will be with you until for your whole time duration on the earth plane. So that was absolutely lovely, and he's got such a lovely name, Freddie Mercury. So yes, her little sausage dog, Freddie. So I'll leave you with that. So it was so lovely to talk to you all today on the podcast, and you remember you can follow me. My name is Selina Avalon on my channel Soul-Voyance on YouTube. You can subscribe TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Podbean, Substack. If you want a free monthly newsletter. If you would like to book a reading, the link is under my YouTube video. If you're listening on Podbean, the website link is in my profile. Thank you so much for watching, and I will say bye for now.